AWS Security Specialty certification. What is it about? Do you need it? How to prepare for it and successfully pass it? As well as some tips and tricks from my personal experience in this video. I am a senior cloud engineer with 18 years of IT experience and 8 years of cloud experience. And 8 certifications including AWS Security Specialty, which I renewed recently. So make sure you stay till the end of the video for some fresh updates as well as some tips on which areas you should focus on to successfully pass it. So what is this certification about? Security.
Hello, security. Merry Christmas.
65 questions, 170 minutes, 50 scored questions, 15 unscored questions. Why do they have them at all? Let's ask ChatGPT.
AWS includes unscored questions in its certification exams to evaluate potential future exam content.
Okay, now it makes sense. Maybe.
Not really. Maybe.
750 points to score out of 1000 to pass it. So let's dive into topics. But first, do you need this certification at all? Let's have a look what AWS have to say. AWS Security Specialty is intended for experienced individuals who have 5 years of IT security experience in designing and implementing security solutions and 2 or more years of hands-on experience in securing AWS workloads. And for the moment, you might think, I am a cloud engineer and I do not work directly with security. I don't need it.
I am a junior cloud engineer and all I do is follow senior cloud engineer's orders.
Go and clean the cloud.
Yes, sir.
But boy, you are wrong. Both of you.
Me too?
Security in IT is very important, especially nowadays. There is an attack every... ChatGPT, help me out here.
A University of Maryland study indicated that a cyber attack occurs every 39 seconds, averaging about 2,244 attacks per day.
So say if this video is 10 minutes long, there will be 15 attacks by the time you finish watching it. And it doesn't matter the size of the company. Any company can get hit. Especially the big ones can get hit hard. Here are a couple of examples from last year. ChatGPT, you're here?
Dell Technologies data breach. In May, Dell reported a data breach affecting approximately 49 million customers. Microsoft email breach. In June, Russian hackers infiltrated Microsoft's systems. UK Ministry of Defence data breach. Hackers infiltrated the UK Ministry of Defence's payroll system.
I don't want even to think how much money loss do these attacks incur.
$9.5 trillion in 2024.
How much is a trillion?
1 trillion. 1 followed by 12 zeros, in numerical form.
So what it is, 1 million millions? That's a lot.
Hell yeah.
So as you can see, this is very serious.
Hell yeah.
So even if you are a cloud engineer and you have a dedicated security department, and that's a big if, it still doesn't mean you shouldn't be focused on security. Actually, you play a huge role in your company IT security.
Me too?
Yes, everyone does.
Okay.
Say if you're deploying a Bastion host and forget to close port 22, and, Jeff forbid, use a weak password. Your host can be hacked and disaster could happen. Of course, this is an obvious example and probably no one will make such a mistake.
Actually, more than 23 million users use 123456 as a password.
Really? But you don't do that, right?
I don't believe you, you little shit.
I have personally witnessed a situation when a sysadmin forgot to change the default password and there was a breach.
Your money is my money now.
So my point is, even if you don't work at security department, if you work with cloud, except if you are a meteorologist,
Ha 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 ha.
focus on security is a must, and security certification is very, very beneficial.
Oh yeah, it's worth it.
So what are the topics that will come up on the exam? Let's have a look at AWS official exam guide. In the exam guide, it is stated that it consists of 6 domains. Threat detection and incident response. Think like Security Hub, Guard Duty and Detective. Security logging and monitoring. Think of CloudWatch, CloudTrail, VPC flow logs. Infrastructure security. Think of security groups, NACLs, WAF. Identity and access management. Think of IAM, organizations, SSO. Data protection. Think of KMS, ACM, secrets manager. And management and security governance. Think of control tower, config, artifact. These are only a few services to mention, but there are much more. So my point is, if you take this certification, you will get a substantial amount of knowledge in cloud security. And what is more important, you will apply this knowledge in your daily work and potentially will save quite a lot of bitcoins for your company that hackers will not receive.
Черт!
So how should you prepare for this exam? Let's hop on AWS website and see what they have to offer. Okay, so what do they offer? You can see that there is an exam guide that goes through the topics of the exam. We have already spoken about that. There are also quite a lot of different white papers on security as well. And don't get me wrong, I mean, documentation is very good at Amazon, but I mean, if you are that kind of a person that is able to learn through reading documentation, I really envy you. So I don't doubt it is possible to prepare for an exam just by reading documentation, but for that you will probably need a yearly coffee supply from whole Ethiopia. Otherwise, white papers. Okay, what else do they offer? So they offer like a course, a free course to prepare for this certification. And when you look through the contents of it, yeah, it looks fine, but it's only 6 hours. That's really not that much. So I don't think that this course, well, I haven't tried it myself, but I think this course will probably not give you like the full amount of information to be able to pass the exam. And they also like have a enhanced course that you, let's have a look what it is. So yeah, it's better. It's like 14 hours. Yeah, it's kind of good, I would say. Good amount of time. I don't know if this course like it is an add-on to the previous one, or is it the standalone? But for that you will have to buy AWS Skill Builder subscription, which is I think it's $29 per month. Well, it's not that much, I would say. Well, again, I haven't tried it. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. If you have, please write in the comment section so folks know. So I cannot give you any advice on this. What I can give you is how I prepared for this exam. So what usually I do to prepare for my exams and what I recommend you to do is to find a structured online course on any platform. There are quite a lot of them, such as Coursera or Udemy or Pluralsight or many, many more. Pick one that has a lot of good reviews, that is quite long, that has quizzes and hands-on labs, that doesn't cost a fortune to buy. Make sure that you like the voice of the teacher and the manner how he speaks. Otherwise,
AWS Security Specialty.
Go through the course day by day by day. Do not skip a single lesson. Do every practical exercise. Go through every quiz. Enhance your studies by applying the learned material to the real life. Practice, practice, and practice. And when you have finished the course, go to the next step, which is practice exams. I cannot stress enough how it is important not only to go through the course, but go through several practice exams. There isn't a single course in the world that can cover all the material and that can teach you how to go through the exam. Out of my personal experience, I can tell that the fact that I went through several practice exams actually helped me to score quite some extra points. And not only you just blindly go through these practice exams, but make sure that afterwards you go through every single question, especially the ones you have answered wrong, and make sure you understand why you answered wrong. So in the real exam, you will answer right. And there is actually one more thing that practice exams teach you. Real exam is pretty stressful. There are a lot of questions and very limited time. And if you haven't done a practice exam before, you might fail not because of you don't know something, but because you misused the time. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And now let me give you some tips how to use the time on the exam efficiently. First of all, questions can be very long, so substantial amount of time can be taken by you just reading through it. So what I suggest you to do is to find which are the key elements of the question. In some questions, and particularly in this one, it can give you hint for the answer right away. So you see, you have to mitigate DDoS attacks. So you go through the answers. Try to be as fast as possible and eliminate the incorrect ones right away. So trusted advisor, does it help with DDoS attacks to mitigate them? No, of course not. And neither does AWS Inspector. So we eliminated 2 right away within 2 seconds. So we have 2 others left. VPC flow logs and Network access lists, yeah, maybe they could, but it will be very tedious and very long work to do that. But why would we use that if we have AWS Shield Advanced, which is exactly intended to mitigate DDoS attacks? So you have answered the question within less than a minute and saved you some minutes for more difficult and lengthy questions. Let's have a look at another question. So what do we have? We have a lot of EC2 instances, and we need to to patch them and to keep them up to date. Okay, good. Key number one, patch, and then patch instances. What else? Blah, blah, blah. Private subnet. So we have two keys. We need to patch instances in private subnet. How do we do that? Let's have a look. Okay. Again, we look through the options and we see inspector, and we right away can say, no, inspector doesn't patch instances. It goes to the garbage. Next, what do we use for patching instances? We use systems manager capability to patch the instance. Next, we have two options, kind of similar options as to download the updates using either Internet Gateway or NAT Gateway. They both are capable to do that, but remember, this is a private subnet. So how do instances for private subnet connect to the Internet? They do that not through Internet Gateway, which is for public subnets, but from NAT Gateway. And hence, we have two correct answers. So you get what I mean? You read the question, you kind of detect the key words that will help you to answer them, and you go through the answers pretty quickly and try to eliminate totally incorrect ones right away. And one more tip sitting on exam I can give you is there is an option to mark a question for later review. So for example, if there is a huge question, you spent a lot of time on reading it and you feel kind of fuzzy and not ready to answer it yet, then you just mark it and skip to the next one. Or for example, if you have answered, but you kind of want to think about it a little bit more, so you mark that question as well for the later review, and you review it in the end of the exam. But also do not overuse it. Once I had a situation when I ticked for review quite a lot of questions, and in the end I kind of didn't have enough time to go through all of them carefully, because I was pretty stressed. I had half an hour, and 20 questions, for example, that were ticked for later review, and it was kind of stressful. So mark it only if you need it, but it is very nice to use this approach. Guys, I know that I promised to share exam tips at the end of the video, but when I started editing the video with all the tips I got, it started to grow enormously. So I have decided to split the video into two. So I will share the tips, but I will do it in a separate video. So stay tuned. I really hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Good luck to all of us, and may the cloud be with you. Always.